this is Tanuja Singh and I welcome you all in a special segment of Rebel News India, which is all about a disease which carries a high health risk, especially for the children. Today I will be talking about a chronic disease, thalassemia. Every year, approximately 1 lakh children with major thalassemia are born worldwide, out of which 10,000 children are born in our country, India. Still, very few people know about this disease. That's why we have prepared a special report on thalassemia. Have a look on it.
Thalassemia is an inherited blood disorder in which the body makes an abnormal form of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the protein molecule in red blood cells that carries oxygen. The disorder results in excessive destruction of red blood cells, which leads to anemia. Anemia is a condition in which your body does not have enough normal healthy red blood cells. As thalassemia is inherited, one of your parents must be carrier of the disorder. It is caused by either genetic mutation or a deletion of certain key gene fragments. Thalassemia minor is a less serious form of the disorder. There are other two main forms of thalassemia that are more serious. The first one is alpha thalassemia and the second one is beta thalassemia. If only one of your parents is a carrier for thalassemia, you may develop a form of the disease known as thalassemia minor. If this occurs, you probably won't have symptoms, but you will be a carrier. Some people with thalassemia minor do develop minor symptoms. If both of your parents are carrier of thalassemia, you have a greater chance of inheriting a more serious form of the disease. Now, what are the symptoms of thalassemia? The symptoms of thalassemia can vary. Some of the most common ones are delayed growth and development, excessive tiredness and fatigue, bone deformities, especially in the face, yellow or pale skin. Not everyone has visible symptoms of thalassemia. Signs of the disorder also tend to show up later in childhood or adolescence. World Thalassemia Day is celebrated every year on 8th of May to commemorate thalassemia victims and to encourage those who struggles to live with the disease.
Now, after knowing what is thalassemia, let's know that how this thalassemia could be controlled and what are the measures which can be taken to control the thalassemia.
Why thalassemia screening is important before marriage. Every year, more than 10,000 children with thalassemia major are born in India, and thalassemia patients are unknowingly passing on the genetic disorder to their children. Experts reckon that the trend can be cured if couples undergo thalassemia screening before marriage. When two such thalassemia carriers marry and plan to have children, there is 1 in 4 chance of having thalassemia baby at every conceptualization. Just a simple blood test for thalassemia before marriage will let couple know whether they are carriers or not. Treatment depends on the type and severity of thalassemia. Standard treatment for patients with thalassemia major are blood transfusion and iron chelation. Mild forms of thalassemia do not need any treatment. Blood transfusion involves injection of red blood cells and hemoglobin. People with more severe type beta thalassemia major may need a blood transfusion about once a month. Those with less severe type may only need them occasionally. Blood transfusion is very safe, but it can increase too much iron in the body. Iron chelation is removal of excess iron from the body. As I have told earlier, a danger with blood transfusion is that they can cause iron overload, which may in turn cause damages to other organs. Because of this, patients who receive frequent transfusion also require iron chelation therapy. Nutrition supplement in the form of folic acid supplements and monitoring B12 levels are important, as these nutrients are key component in making healthy blood cells. Bone marrow and stem cell transplant from the compatible relative donor is the only treatment that can cure thalassemia. Compatible means that the donor has the same type of protein called HLA on the surface of their cells as the person who will receiving the transplant. Gene therapy. Scientists are investigating genetic technique to treat thalassemia. Possibilities include inserting a normal beta globin gene into the patient bone.
If we talk about Bihar, then the condition of thalassemia patient in Bihar is very pathetic. The stance of healthcare system towards this disease in the state is not up to the mark. The thalassemia major children and their parents have to suffer a lot for the treatment and for arrangement of blood. Still, there are some people who are taking the responsibility to provide blood to the needy thalassemia patients. Today, we will be talking about a person who has created change in the life of thalassemia patients.
Precaution is better than cure, and a man can change the scenario. Mukesh Hisaria said, I believe that a life dedicated to the service of others is worth living, rather than a life in which one is concerned about himself and his family. Better treatment for disease like thalassemia has started in Patna as a model blood bank, which will be offering free of cost services to the patients, especially girl child, abandoned people and below poverty category in the city. The land for the property has already been acquired, and now due to COVID-19 outbreak, it is going but not in full-fledged manner. But you must have heard the line, no one can stop a person who is dedicated towards his work. So yes, like that, he has also dreamed to establish a non-commercial blood bank for which he is organizing crowdfunding so that no one in Bihar or the other part of the country can face crisis of blood during the medical treatment. He is a man who has introduced thalassemia to Bihar CM Nitish Kumar and the depth about these disease. He now has started daycare for thalassemia patient, and for other part of the Bihar and the country he has issued a number for any kind of help. Persons like him are James, who stood up for the others. RNI and the whole country salutes Mukesh Hisaria.
Let's stand with thalassemia patient and donate our blood, because our 1 unit blood can save a precious life. So donate blood and save the life.
Thanks for watching Rebel News India. Stay tuned for more updates. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.